Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2, where we're no longer building the UK's biggest transportation company, because last episode we actually connected up mainland Ireland. Now don't get confused with Northern Ireland, that is part of the UK, but Ireland is not, so we're now technically creating a European. Well, you could argue it's still the British Isles, not United Kingdom. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. But we're looking at the brand new boat that goes from Liverpool, which is just over there. You can see the big skyscrapers in the distance, all the way to Dublin, the small little town in the background as well, which now transports the passengers. Now, the only problem is the port in Dublin is not very well connected to the city, and there's a reason for that. We've kind of pushed it back a bit so we can get a big train line tearing through and some buses leading down. It's all going to be a big transportation kind of hub, which is going to be really, really exciting. Now, what are we doing today's episode? Well, I want to try and connect up a few additional cities to a train line within Ireland, sorry. Which is going to lead more passengers crossing over, which means all of our train lines make more money. Yes, interesting. And at the same time, we're going to try and figure out how we can milk Ireland for all that it's got with trying to export some goods into the UK, boys. We're going to try and make my company really, really rich by stealing the goods of Ireland. I mean, it's what the British do, right? Anywho, if you are enjoying the series, guys, make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you are new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set it up with having an elevated platform just going across here. And then we'll skedoodle the train line going around here all the way down to Waterford. We'll also skedoodle the train line going up here through Dundalk, if that's how you pronounce it, all the way to Belfast. Now, Belfast is going to be interesting as well, because I'm going to try and turn this little area here also into another shipping harbour. Now, even though Dublin's got one, Northern Ireland is technically a separate country to Ireland itself. We'll have some kind of boats going to and from Liverpool as well. So we're kind of breaking the chain and we're having a little bit more kind of connections on this train line. So it's not all overloading the Dublin port. And also all the other cities north of the island of Ireland can also go to Belfast. And all the cities south will go to Dublin to transfer over into Liverpool, with what we did last episode with the extension of the train line. Oh my goodness me, I'm feeling a little bit of lag there. It's looking beautiful, boys. It's looking beautiful. So what we're going to do first then is we'll build the train station here. So go into rail, buildings, and I'm going to go elevated. We're going to go elevated, boys. It seemed to be working out for us quite a lot recently. We'll go for quite a long platform, because we're going to have the space to do it anyway. I'm just trying to double check the boundaries. I think we'll go here somewhere. So if I rotate this about here, and it's 20 meters in the air, which it will destroy some stuff. Let me put spaced pillars out so at least can touch it. I can do 25 meters. Now, how high visually is that? Do you know what? I think 25 meters might be okay. I think it might be okay. So if I placed you here then, let's go round about there. So some buildings will get destroyed. No ifs, no buts about it. Configure it. Elevated tracks. Let's get all this in. So we're going to utilize the bypassing station. It's become a signature train station to how I build in this series. Oh, apparently I can't get the train track there. I think it might be down to the fact that we got to do these ones first. So let's pause the game so we get a little bit of game performance back so I can continue to build. So I can't seem to build it here. There we go. It's weird how you have to delete some bits and then have to put it back in. It's really weird. Right, anywho, passenger platforms. Now, we will have cargo trains running down here, but I don't know if they will be running into this or whether we'll kind of service our own little kind of station dedicated for cargo trains. We'll see what happens when the time comes to it. Let's put the underpassing sections. Very good. And now we need to get the connections to the ground street. So obviously we have the obvious one with doing the elevators. So if I placed you here, where does the connection? Where can a connection come from? I think this side's maybe a little bit too far. But then again, don't you have to do like the passenger areas, platform with lifts? Will that connect to it? I feel like it won't. I feel like it won't. Okay, it will there. So I can do there. One there. I want to do these before I have to do like the main building. I just want to see if I can kind of squeeze anything in. I don't know if that connects to it. But I will. I mean, you can also do the these connections as well, which go out the front. But I don't think that one's really connecting. Right, anywho, boys. Anywho. We'll see what we can get down. So we can go quite big. We've got the space to do it. Especially on some of these areas. Maybe not that big. But I could go here. And I feel like doing one down here as well. They do look a little bit funky, but you just have to kind of bear with it. Okay, you got to bear with it. Now let me try the elevators on this side. It's hard to tell if they're going to connect or not. I don't know why this one feels so difficult to even decipher. Okay, that one's okay. I don't think that one's going to be. It's a bit awkward, isn't it? It is. But we'll have a little bit of split kind of between them all anyway. You're way too big. You're way too big. You would go there, but I'd rather put like a... Oh, that's way too big. I'd rather put like a larger building down. So the main point is it connects to the harbour, which it does. You can see the train line. It glows the harbour up white at the entry. So we know it touches. We get that little bit of radius, which we can use buses to bring everybody else in. That's all I'm bothered about. That is all I'm bothered about. Now, we are having to then cut with a tight bend. We might have to dig into this slightly, which is okay. And then we'll bend it round and down. Ooh, this is exciting. This is very exciting, boys. So you could tunnel it if you wanted it to kind of be straight. You could tunnel it like that, which will kind of then maintain a little bit of speed, but how much speed do you want to maintain on such a small bend? So if I bent it around like this and then have this then continuing round. Now that is trying to elevate. I think the land's dropping quicker than the elevation can change for the train line. So I want it to go around like this. And at some point, I do want it to touch the ground, which there will be fine. Right, and then where we're taking it? We're taking it down to there. Okay, so if I ran it to just here for now, where does the bridges come into play? Because we are on the edge of the mountain. And we'll go like that. That should be pretty fun. It should be pretty fun. So let's see how the rest of this all turns out right now. Worst case scenario, I'll have to delete the little tunnel it creates if it doesn't look right. So build that down to there. We're skadoodling. Does it look weird? How does it look? I mean, it doesn't look weird. It becomes a nice little feature, doesn't it? It does become a nice little feature. So let's bring these in. So you're into there. You're into there. And then will this play ball? We might have to do this a little bit more into the tunnel. Yeah. Right, delete you. We'll do it a little bit more into the tunnel. This is the only problem when you're doing it. One, on a bend, and two, in a tunnel. This is the issue I've now got, is I'm going to struggle. Too much curvature there. I don't want to push it too far down because it looked ridiculous. Actually, that works there. That works there. So a little bit further than I would like it, but at the same time, it will do the job. It will do the job. So, running through this city, where am I then going to run it into Belfast? Now, I feel like Belfast might have multiple stations, as this one ends this way and another one going that way, so it's going to have a tiered crissy-crossy. So is it best to have this one elevated or on the ground? It might be a better idea to have it slightly elevated because of the mountains it's got to go through. So let's figure out this end station here. So it'll be elevated anyway. It hasn't got to be that long. It hasn't got to be that long. And I'm going to reclaim a lot of the kind of land anyway for the harbour that we're going to build. So there's no stress there. And let's stagger this slightly over for when we have the other train line coming in and through. Now, I'm going to have this like there. So if I actually bring this to about here. Right. And then we'll add on to this. Now, this is the end station, so I don't need the multitude of platforms or train tracks that I have previously. I just need it to there. That's fine. It will do the job. Alright, boom, 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 boom. And then so they can pass on either side. Very good, very good, very good. Oh, hang on, we gotta do the so they can actually get into the building. Would be a good start. So that connects there. Can I go for this one? No, you don't want to connect in. Fine. We'll go for the actual building. Yeah. That's what I need to do. There's nothing too crazy. There's nothing too crazy right now. So we'll take it like that. So we've got to bring it through here as well. Now this, again, I don't know whether to do a elevated platform or keep this one on the ground. I'm doing that one because we can have 2 tiers, but I feel like this one probably better with a ground station. So, normal passenger, we'll flip it right round, and it doesn't need to be that length. So if I place it here, we'll bring the road out to kind of match it. There we go. So the road itself will kind of just stick out. Build it. No, hang on. Roads. There we go. And then we'll quickly sort and configure this. Tracks. So we'll have our bypassing one on this one as well. And then platforms, quickly throw these in. And then the passenger building, which will throw a decent sized one there and then 2 smaller ones either side. So we can access this side as well from the road. And then we need the miscellaneous because we need the underpass. So let me just quickly throw in the road as a connection. There we go. There we go. And that should then connect. So let me just see what the game would suggest if I ran a train line from here. So let's say here, because at some point it is going to have to pass underground. And the train line... Okay. Right, just working this out in my head. So, let me pick this up again. And it will go down. And quite frankly, I feel like I want it to be underground for quite a bit. So it's only here it's not underground. Now this is providing that I can make this then elevate up. Oh, yes. Boys. Well, that was juicy. So I don't know how this is going to work. Do we see that? That's ugly. Right, we'll make it go first underground. And then we'll do all the magic. So, it is quite close. We've got to do the crisscrosses underneath. But we get away with it. There's a small little section there where you'll see the train pop up. But it's completely out the way. It's completely out the way, so it doesn't intrude on anything. And let me go quite large. There. We should be all good. So that's all now connected. We've just got to connect up this one. Now, this is going to be fun. So let me just delete you real quick. And then bringing you to here. And you round. So let me just sort all this out. So I'm hoping we can do this pretty quickly. This snap. And then crisscross. And then we should have a little bit of space to maybe drive a road through it. Roads can definitely go around that side. And then let's see where this would then take us. So if I snap directly to the end of it, that's what it's suggesting it does. Now, it's completely fine. It levels off there. Levels, levels, levels. Then tunnels just there. Again, completely fine. And then out. I feel like this is okay. Like, well, it's kind of like setting up for me. It's not far off what I would have done anyway. So, bringing this round a little bit. And then in. And then in. Right, that's all done all the way up to Belfast. I do want to take it down to Waterford and then eventually into Cork. But I think for now, we should just leave it to these 3 towns. Sort out the harbour, then I'll extend the rest. Right. Interesting. So it tears through. I'm going to sort out some terraining right now. So I want to go on the smooth tool, increase this, and then smoothie, smoothie, smoothie. Smoothie, smoothie, smoothie. And then sort out some of these roads around these towns as well. So sort out smooth in there. And I think it's just maybe a little bit around here now. Try and get it as natural as we can. Right, there we go. There we go. So what I'll do is I'll also place the train depot. And go buildings. Is that the train one? Yeah. Train depot just on this area. So spin it right round. And that should give me plentiful of space. Nice. So now then, we'll just sort out the signals real quick. So that would go there. 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 Bam, bam. You're there. You're here. And then one last set just there before the final one just here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, boys. Now that's just on the bit that we're running with, but I might as well just set this up while I've got the signals currently out. There we go. I'll go down to there. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. So signals now all in place. So let's quickly just set up a free city train line run. And then get the rest of it all tweaked. Now, again, it's not, all these stations are not fully reaching the maximum potential of each of the cities. That's where we're going to get the buses and all that other stuff set in for it. So this is just for now. So let me change it to, let's go green, we're an island. And make sure it's on the right sides of the stations. So when it comes back on the 4th one, platform 2. Yeah, okay, we're all good, we're all good. I won't name it just yet because we will be adding more cities onto it. So by the vehicles, we can still stick with the diesel for now. And then we'll add in 1, 2, hang on, what's the capacity of this? 165? I feel like that would be fine. I won't need to do any more until we add the more of the Irish cities on. So that's all now done, that's all in place. But before I press play, I just need to get a few more of these roads connected, especially within Dundalk right now. Is that how I pronounce it? I'm not 100% sure. So this road will lead down anyway. This road here can come straight up if the connection will take place. I might as well bring that road up to there. Now, this road I don't think will crisscross there, no. But a road here will. And then in, and then bring in this directly down. And then let the city do the rest. We'll just let the city do the rest. If I just smoothen out some of these so it's a little bit more friendly to build. for them around here. Right, and I'm not going to worry about Belfast, because again, we've got a lot of configurations we're going to do. What I might do, though, is just leave that road going up here. And again, let them do the rest, because the train doesn't really have a good radius. It goes to there, but again, we'll set up buses. Not stressing at the moment, though. So, into play mode now, then. The train will now come out, and it will do its magic. Again, still doesn't fully connect all the cities properly. But at least we've got the train line going right now, and hopefully then that will start making our boat make money, because we're able to send more people across to and from. Right, that's just phase 1 complete. That is phase 1 of many phases we've got to do in the city. Or in the cities, I should say. So then next then, I want to take a look at then connecting up said harbour. But before I do that, let's also take a look at sorting out the additional train line. Now that additional train line is what's going to be utilised. Actually thinking about it, I was going to say it was going to go this way, but then I can have the trains come out there and then go down. It's just Londonderry if I went that way round and down. Or if I went, yeah, if I went that way. But then it's the big mountains that kind of throw us off. So I can have a train line from Londonderry going through Omagh. I don't know how if I even pronounce that right. Straight down into Dublin. A train going from Belfast to Dundalk to Mullingar to Castlebar. Train from Castlebar down to Galway, Limerick to Cork. A train from Tralee to Limerick to Kilkenny into Dublin. See, there's lots of ways you can kind of crisscross it all. So, do you know what, to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to do that one right now. So, in reality, that gives me a little bit more space. I'm going to have to delete these houses because that's where I'm going to connect the harbour up. So flatten. Oh, okay. The next problem is the drop that's going to occur for the water. Oh, snap. I didn't kind of account for that, did I? I didn't account for the sheer elevation changes now going to happen. I mean, I can also flatten to here and then smooth. Yeah. So I'll definitely have to widen the mouth of this then to allow ships to pass through. So we'll widen it to about here. Hopefully that's large enough for the ships to pass through. We'll go a little bit bigger. Right, smoothing all this. And obviously this little area here will have to be larger too. Okay, so ships then. Passenger harbour. We'll throw down cargo eventually. Because I can't go it there, because look at how much it would have to like dig into the mountain. Shocking, right? So we'll place this just here then. And then we'll configure it. Delete you. Now we'll throw down, so that's passenger. We'll throw down 2 cargo buildings attached. 2 passenger buildings attached. We'll then get the platforms down. So we'll do the single ones. Then have the large ones coming off. How did I do it over here? At the very end. So that's there. There and there. You can now see the space that I need. Now I couldn't get rid of the whole piece of land in front of it to make it open. But I like the idea of it. I like the idea of creating like a little bay area. I much prefer that. I do much prefer that. So back to the old flatten again. And make this, because I won't go down that side, it will be on the inside anyway. So if we go to here, give it enough space to kind of create the little turn that they require. Smoothing it all off. Smoothie, smoothie, smoothie. And then off they go. Glorious. Right, back into play mode now. No issues, no issues. So bringing the road directly down. So we'll try and bring it down straight. And then we'll come off it going in this way. We'll come off it going in that way. Which that road will come down and connect. Right, if I delete this road here, and then rebuild another road to come off. Right, if I come down to there first, then lead that down. All the roads are leading down, boys. I'm going to delete that road, only because I'm going to bend this road sweeping up to connect into there. Can this road... Oh, you jammy dodger. To there, and then go straight. And now Belfast is just expanding itself, which is pretty cool to see. The city of grids, apparently. Right, let's just pause one last time. Just kind of terrain a lot of this, because it just... Terraining it and smoothing it all off just aids the burden of where it can physically build. Right, okay, so that train station... Hold on, Belfast Port, let me get rid of you. Wait, have I broken the port? Oh, because I haven't... you know what I haven't done? Landings. I was about to say, have I broken the port right now? So I won't use that side. We'll just utilize it here. So, does it now connect? Yes. Train station connects to the harbour. Perfect. And there's already 50 odd people waiting at that train station. Did you notice that? There's 51 people already there. Now, how many's over here? There's 21. Has the train already made it? The train's just made it into... Well, it's now leaving Dublin with 18 on board. So it'll be interesting to see right now how many people start catching the boats. Right. Good stuff, baby. Good stuff. Now, I'm going to kill... As much as I just built up this harbour, I'm now going to kill it off by taking passengers away, by being able to then transport them via Belfast to Liverpool. I know. I'm such a meanie. I'm such a meanie. So, I select there to here. Bam. No issues. No issues. Now, it doesn't mean that they're all going to now come off the Dublin route, because they're still going to want to go to Dublin. It depends on where you want to go. There's only really Dundalk right now. They've got the choice of what ship they want to get onto. So we'll call this then. What did I call the other one? Dublin or... Liverpool? I called it Liverpool to Dublin, didn't I? Yeah. So this is Liverpool to Belfast, baby. Liverpool to Belfast. There we go. And it is on a different harbour, right? Different platform, yes. So we'll just buy the one ship for this. So passenger, which is going to be you. Wait, hold on. Is it that one? What did I use here? No, I used this one. So buy you. Liverpool to Dub. Oh, no. I'll just put it on the same line. What an damn fool. Right, manage line. No, manage vehicles. You. Liverpool to Belfast. There we go. That's now on the way. That's now on the way. So they got two choices right now, which it does then ease the burden for the ships, because if they do start getting so many people transporting themselves, I've now just split the difference slightly. But Dublin will still be the favoured one, because if I extend the line down to Waterford or down to Cork, this is their first port of call. Haha, get it? Joke. Hilarious. They wouldn't go all the way to Belfast to go across. They'll go to Dublin and across. So it kind of just makes a little bit of sense. Right, glorious. Where's the train anyway? Ah, here it is. Coming back to Dublin, baby. 153 people on board. Now that will change, because now we can get them going to the harbour down here. So a lot of them will probably end up doing that over everything else. But the harbour doesn't kind of collect a lot of people. So for them, still the train station is the better way until we get some buses up and running. So do I do some buses now, just kind of, you know, ease the burden for these cities' growth? Yeah, why not? Let's throw these buses in. So we'll do a bus and tram stop then, which will be a bus stop. So we'll do a stop down to there. We'll do a stop just down to here as well. And then we'll kind of go around the region first, or the Recon as they call it. Up to here. We'll cut down to there. One final stop there. It's a simple Belfast loop. Now, at the moment, this bus route is technically, you would say, at the city limits of Belfast. Eventually, right, it will be the centre because it will expand so much further out. So let's go for like a purpley, pinky colour on this here, so we can see it a bit better. And we'll call this our Belfast loop is what we'll call it. Very good, very good, very good. And then we'll get the road depot down. And we'll spinsy this right round. And can I attach it to this? Yes. Now, I don't know how many buses we'll potentially need. But do I just kind of preempt it and go quite big? Or do you reckon one bus will do? You know what? We'll do 2 buses to be on the safe side of the larger one. Belfast Loop. That should work its magic for us. Now, the whole of Belfast City is connected to the train station and the harbour as well. So they've got plentiful choices. Plentiful choices of what they can pretty much do. Now, as this ship starts to make a bit more cash, it's creeping up. This one should make even more money right now with more passengers on board. So let's move on to the next bus loop we'll kind of set up. Which then kind of makes me want to then do a few more roads. So if I put the bend on this, and then bend this, let's say to here. Just give it a bit of space. To there, where that will bend up. That will bend there. We'll bend that round to there. And then can we have to there, there, and go straight. So they're already trying to do the connections already, and just by doing that gives us that extra little bit of growth that they can go to, an expansion that they can go to, where I can then build all the way up to it. So the bus and tram stop then, we'll actually put it on this side to begin with. So we'll go there. We'll lead down to here. So I'm rather picking up on the outer region, more importantly. One there. I'll do a stop here. One there. And then we'll do... Oh, do you know what? I'm going to put that one there instead. And then this one over here. So it's staggered. So I can get a little bit further back too. Right, okay, new line. So bam, 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 bam. Oh, no, I didn't need to do New Street twice. So we'll make this one yellow. Does yellow stand out? Yellow does. Very good, sir, very good. And we'll quickly rename this one then. So this is our Dundalk. I don't know how you pronounce it, but we'll call it our Dundalk Loop. There we go. Now, this is a small city. I can't see us needing maybe 2 buses on that. So I might just buy the 1 bus. And get that on our Dundalk Loop. There we go. And let's now sort out Dublin. Now, Dublin's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I can already see it growing. So let's put the bends on this road. And let's see where we can take this road. So I'm going to bring this road up. And then I'm going to bend it. And then off it goes. Now that I've done that, I might delete that road. That will go straight down. That will go to there. Now that's going to cut through there, which is completely fine. And then down. And I'm going to bend that like this instead. A little bit of a pattern on the go. Right, pause, because I gotta do terraining. So just think a little bit jazzy. I could have made that continue to go straight up that way, which is probably the better option, really. It is probably the better option. I don't know why I'm not doing it like that. Right. And connection down to here. And then the rest is entirely up to them. I am not going to stress too much. So we'll start down here. And then we'll drive round. So we'll have a stop just there. I'll have a stop over here, which at the moment won't really seem like it's doing much. A stop just there. Stop into there. We'll have a stop here, and then we'll cut through. So I have a stop there, which is many more for the center. A stop here. Because those stops over there give the radius in the middle. They go to there as well, so beautiful. And then we'll have a stop here, and then back round. With the train line, going through the middle, yes. Right, again, it's not... It's coverage over efficiency. It's tricking the city and the residents to thinking that they live within now reaching distance of the bus line, the train line, and the shipping line. That's mainly what it's there for. So this is our Dublin loop. Yes. Yes. Now, the road doesn't connect, so we'll have to do our own road depot over here. So back into play then, to let them city run through. So we should now see a large, numerous amount of passengers coming in and out of Ireland. That's without me even doing the rest of it. So I think we're going to need 2 of these buses. For Dublin Loop. There we go. So those 3 cities are now up and running. I've still got many, many more cities to go. But those 3 are now up and running, and we should then start seeing a lot more passengers moving. So the big one will be when you look at the harbours. 94 waiting there, 44, and that's rapidly going up, that number there. This ship has 100 on, this ship has 30 on. Wow, this ship's going to make money. Look at that. If it can get there by the end of this year, which I don't think it's going to, it might turn a profit on the year in total. Let's just wait for this to now dock and unload. So here it goes. Look at that. All those years of nothing to now skyrocketing for a beautiful 1.5 million in income. Now, I'm not saying that this one's making profit yet, but this one should get pretty close to making profit very soon. So that now drops off. Nice chunk coming in. So that's the most money it's made in a single year to date. Now, it's taking 40 people back, so it makes cash going backwards. 14 going back there. That's got 100 people now waiting. This has got 95 people now waiting. So, glorious. Glorious, glorious, glorious. We might need to put, like, second boats on at some point. That's how glorious it is becoming. Right. So, we'll let those thrive. We've got 2 entry points now into Northern Ireland and into Ireland, but Ireland as an island as its own, as a unity of the 2, is now pretty much all connected. This is absolutely glorious. Which I really do feel like Liverpool is just going to keep... Liverpool would keep growing and growing and growing, but their biggest issue is their geography. Now, somewhere like Birmingham, which is in the middle, land, free space and land all the way around it, no issues to keep growing. Liverpool's got the Mersey River and the sea, which stops its growth. It can't physically go anywhere, and there's only a radius to where it can grow around. So it will be restricted. And Birmingham will hopefully remain as the biggest city in the game. What's London these days? Oh, someone left a comment saying, does the M25 hinder the growth of London? Yes and no. At the moment, no, because it hasn't... while it is pretty close, it hasn't fully reached the edges. But once it does, it will struggle to grow unless I help it in certain areas. Like, there's big gaps here. I can feed some roads down, but not all that kind of jazz. But yes and no. At the moment, no, but eventually, yes, it will once it gets to the full limits of the M25. Right, that's all good then. We've got lots of people waiting at the harbour as well, so hopefully our little boats keep making money. Finances, that's just got loads of cash, because that's making profit already on the year. This boat, as it went back, it should be on a new year now. So it made some money going back, and it'll make a big chunk as it comes back in right now. Loads of people on board. So let's continue this train line expansion then. So let's take a look. Now, if we're going to have another line also coming to Cork, and we're going to have a line going for Waterford, that's going to go into Cork as well. Do I make it where it kind of goes out this way and then goes in this way to align the two lines in one station? It might be the better way. Yeah, we're going to try and align the two in one station. So let me pause and then do some more deletings. I know. They love it when I delete stuff, guys. I don't know why. They just love it when I delete stuff of their own city. Said no city ever, said Iag. And then, building-wise, so we'll go for an end passenger terminus here. Oh, but this is also on the sea, isn't it? Would I want another? No. I don't think I would want another one. Oh, but then again, that would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Right, if I was to put like a harbour in Cork, if I deleted back to there and move this, so if I go quite long with this station and put this touch in there, if I built... Right, we'll go for 2 tracks. There we go. So if I built a harbour here, it would touch that, right? Let me just double check. I mean, what's difficult is you've got to get it first to connect to the road. And that's the biggest problem. But it would, because it's not too far away. So we might see a harbour in Cork at some point. So that's all in then. Let me just configure this and place down some additional side buildings. So passenger buildings. Because additional side buildings will help the connectivity. A smaller building maybe. We'll go 2. There we go. Lots of connectivity there. That pretty much fills the whole city. So I'm going to run a line going out, which will probably go to Limerick. And then we'll do a turn here that then goes all through the little nooks and crannies into Waterford. So let's sort that train line out. So that will bend... Ooh, it's a tunnel, baby. It's going to be a tunnel. And I don't mind that. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. So bring you to there and then come off that directly in. Which we'll need to do the crissy-crossies. Now you can't do it transition through because it makes the terrain look a bit awkward. There we go. That sorts that out. And then we want to turn this way and lead it down here. Bend it round to go through Waterford. Which then hook up to there. So Waterford itself then, how would the train station work here? I don't know why, but I'm feeling elevated again. I just got that elevated feeling because it's mountain left and right. Well, it feels like a mountain left and right, not dramatically. I'm just feeling elevated. I just don't know why. So if I was to do that and proper rotati it and then go to there with it. I'm just feeling like I want to do elevated through the whole of this. And then bring the train line now out. So first make it in a straight line. On both sides. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Oh, wait, this is meant to have a bypassing route, isn't it? Ah! It's meant to. Oh, I don't want to delete it now. It's meant to have a bypassing route. Right, let me push this all the way through. So if that was to continue to be elevated up to that point. And then to meet you gloriously there. I love the bridges it does make. It's like Harry Potter, boys. And they're on the way to Hogwarts. And then we've got to try and turn off here. So as soon as it comes out of the tunnel. I don't know why it's trying to elevate. But the wider the circle, the higher the speed. Speed. And where's this? It's just here, right? So just to there. So it becomes quite the unique little spot now, doesn't it? Watching the whole train bend round. So we're running it right down here anyway. So that will bend into there. This will bend and come straight down to here. Oops, a daisy. And then we've got to try and get these to now meet in their middles. So that keeps it snapped in, which is perfectly fine. And then we should have no issues now with bringing these together. Right, I'll go to there. Right, glorious. I like how it has to bend all the way around. It has a swooping loop. I actually really like that idea. So, you know what? For now, I'm not going to do the bypassing stations. I'll keep it as it is. It all depends on how many trains I get tearing through this area. And whether we should kind of take it to that extent. Most likely I'm going to, but what I'm saying, guys, is, right, I'm feeling super lazy right now. And I don't want to re-delete it to place it back in. Right. One set just there and there. So then do the same over here now. So that goes there. It's the fact that I'm putting signals in. Just goes to show that we are going to have multiple trains on these lines. But we have signals. The main thing is they will wait their turn. Oh, there we go. I've messed up already. And then that one goes there. Alrighty. So, that train line then, which has been unnamed this whole time, I will now manage the line, and when it gets to Dublin to Dundalk, to Belfast to Dundalk, and then we add another station then onto Dublin, and then we go all the way down to Waterford, to Cork, back to Waterford, and then it repeats it back to Dublin. So on that second journey to Dublin right now, we switch it over. Oh no, we have to flip it. There we go. It gets over to here, which is on both sides, right? Making sure it doesn't go on the crisscrosses. Actually, that's all done. That's what it needs to be, but I can see that train now needing to be bigger. So if I edit it to 198, but also duplicating a second one. Oh, have 50 kilometers of railway bridges in a free game. Have I really got that many bridges? Doesn't feel like I've got that many bridges. But a second train out right now, which will shift more people. Won't seem like much, but because they now have to kind of travel longer distances and there's bigger gaps to get, well, bigger distances and bigger gaps between trains coming to the same place, the passengers will slowly build up. Now, what I'm not liking the fact of is I can see a lot of people waiting at these bus stops. Is there a lot, or is it just... Oh, the bus has just arrived. Does it pick many people up? No, and I think that's down to the fact that the bus route... We probably need an extra vehicle on this one. So I copy you and see what we can kind of get done. So there we go. You can now get on the train from Belfast all the way down to Cork. It's a very, very long distance, and it does give us the ability to set up Cork to then take them to another place. Now, where would we take them? I could take them to Plymouth, which is a really, really cool way to kind of transfer them. Or I can bring them into Bristol, which is a middle route almost. Exeter, I think, crisscrosses 2 lines. But then so does Bournemouth. Would I put them on a boat all the way to Bournemouth? Does that seem weird? Guys, let me know in the comment section down below. If I was to put a harbour on Cork, where would I bring them in? Plymouth is the end route. Pretty cool. Exeter also crisscrosses the route that goes up towards Liverpool and the Southern Line, which also bypasses through Birmingham. Bournemouth is also the Southern Line and the route that goes from Bournemouth up to Birmingham. So, Plymouth is only one route, but they'll have to transfer along the way. Exeter and Bournemouth both set up on the Southern Line and both go north. One goes to the left of Birmingham, one goes to the right. So it doesn't really matter where they want to go. If you want to go to London, you just have to transfer. They'll pretty much go anywhere, because they'll all have to go into the Southern Line and transfer at some point. But which would be the better one? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see what you guys think about this. So is the train doing the routes then? The train is now skedoodling. It's got 60 people are currently on board. Now there's the second train now coming in with 38 people. So there'll be bigger distances between people waiting at the stations right now. So the numbers should increase. There's a lot of people on the... Oh, the ship's just left. Finance is looking pretty good. Very good, very good. What about this one? Yep, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Very good, boys. Very good. So we're definitely making profits. This bus route then, not quite making the huge profits just yet, but give them time. As the city continues to grow, the money should slowly creep in. Where's the bus route here? Are you making profit? Not quite yet, but same for you. Give it time for the city to grow. Now, I've had to add an additional bus on this. Has it only recently just started making money? It's probably the fact that the buses are filled up and the stops that they're wanting to go to, they have to kind of wait a little bit of a while. But money's coming in. Oh, there we go. Now we're making a profit so far in the current year. Now, we will have to do the same stuff around here as well, like getting the bus routes in Waterford. Oh, I just realised. I don't have any passenger connections in Waterford. Like, they can't actually get to the train station. Oh, I'm such an idiot. If you guys spotted that in the comment section, and you've been shouting at me in the comment section this whole time, I do apologise. I'm just that foolish. I'm just that foolish. Oh, that actually doesn't connect to anything. So I'll put a building down. Boom. Boomish. Right. We're okay down in Cork, though. There's a lot of people waiting in Cork already. So I don't know whether this train will completely unload everybody. Let's find out, baby. Let's find out. It's now going for the tunnel. It will soon appear. And how much will it make? How much will it make? Nobody wants to get off here. But it goes back fully loaded. That's the important bit. I've kind of thrown them slightly out of schedule, haven't I? But at least we can now get people going to this train station. I can't believe I forgot to put the entry to the train station in. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot right now. But anyway, boys, we should get more passengers moving. More money being made. More cash currently in the bank. Let's go. Let's go. So we've spent a lot lately, but we still managed to turn a profit every year so far. Now, in terms of finances, the previous year that we've just gone through had a record high of 154 million, because we're now moving more people, which means we're making more money. It's creeping up. But next episode, guys, we're going to see how we can strip Ireland of all its natural resources and send it to the UK. What I'm going to try and do is first focus on growing Birmingham a little bit more. So we're going to need machines and we're going to need food. Now over here, we have the ability to get a bunch of farms for food. There's actually quite a lot of farms. Now, do they have a machine plant over here? I'm going to say no, they don't. But I have a machine plant just on the outskirts of Birmingham. So I need steel and I need wood. There's a steel plant there. And what about wood in Ireland? There is. So Ireland is about to now fuel Birmingham on the biggest expansion it's ever seen in its whole entire life. The target population is nearly 5,000. So with all the additional materials, we could probably push that to like 6,000. And for that reason, I'm slightly scared. But a lot of people waiting. I've got to maybe get some more large capacities on these trains because there's so many people at the stations right now. But until next time, boys, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.